Noah, 12%, clearly Warren Buffett's investors can't be happy with that, even though the long-term investors have enjoyed some extraordinary gains under his management.
Yeah, that's exactly the case. And there are a couple of factors here going on that I raised in an article today. One of them, it was a bit ironic, but for a guy who's known for his stock-picking ability, some of his big bets like IBM and Amex were significantly down for the year, trailing the S&P 500. Another one, Walmart, was also down, though he trimmed that stake. You also saw some challenges in the operating earnings. Insurance, which is a really big business for Berkshire, the underwriting profit there was down about 40-some% through the first 9 months of the year. So there were some real challenges.
When you look at Warren Buffett, do you think of Warren as the greatest investor of all time? Because there's many hedge fund managers out there who are very, very critical.
He's been one of the great investors of all time. But the thing that's happened, I think, is market phases change over time. And I think just the thing that's really helped him so much in his stock investments, let's say, has been buying great American brands. But we're in a different, we're in a different environment now. We're in a different cycle. And I think some of those stocks are becoming tough on them. I can tell you, early in my career, I was at an ethics and business seminar at Harvard, and I sat on a bus that was going from the hotel to the seminar next to Warren Buffett.
No way.
It was right after the 1987 crash, and one of the most refreshing memories I have was that he told me, "You've got to buy everything you can. You got to, do whatever you can to buy stocks in this kind of weakness, because over the course of your lifetime, you're going to do great." I don't even know if he'd remember telling me that, but I remember it for sure. And the thing that's been great about Warren Buffett is the central engine of their insurance business has been a great, great business over time. So they've had great success in their holdings in the past around that, and now they're experiencing some tough times. I don't think they've made the transition into what type of stocks you should own in this part of the cycle.
Noah, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And really, Warren Buffett's MO always has been to stick to companies that he knows, and the ones that he knows recently have had some problems.
Well, go to that exactly. No, I'm looking at their 5-year trend, and if you over 5 years, they've done pretty well. Berkshire Hathaway, they're not done it now. But if you took out IBM and you took out a couple of those stocks that have really not done well, that he's been very stubborn about, how would it look?
Well, yeah, that's a great question, and that was one of the really fascinating things for me in this last year, because you look at another investment that he did on the year. He helped Kraft and Heinz merge and ended up with about a quarter of that company, and that's just been an enormous win for Berkshire. But what you saw over the last year is that investors really looked past that, and they didn't really factor that in as much when they were valuing the stock.
Okay, that's Noah Buhire from Seattle. Thank you very much. He works, of course, for Bloomberg News.